And welcome back. It is WXCO Morning Report, part of Mornings with Pat Kreitlow on 98.9 WXCO. I'm Chad Holmes, Ian Welsh, Paul Micklig across the way. Yesterday, I was looking at an article in The Athletic, and it was an article, and again, it's clickbait. It's like, I knew I shouldn't click on it, but I clicked on it because it talked about the coaches under fire in college football. And I was surprised that Wisconsin was not listed among the list of coaches under fire in college football with Luke Fickell.
How is he not in the top 5?
I know he was not listed as one of the coaches under fire, and in a sense, I'm trying to be adult about this because I don't want to be one of those people that always is saying fire the coach.
Yeah,
every time
correct.
there's been, but at the same time, I think you want to see more of a Fickell DNA this year. And I also saw an article this week that somebody that's been around the team has said people are going to like the running game. So obviously in August, I think I said to somebody, I said, if you're not optimistic in August, then there's a problem.
There is a problem, correct.
But what's your take here as we go into the Badgers season? Because, man, 2 years ago, it was like, holy cow, national championship, here we come. And now there's like this negativity after what happened last year. And also knowing that it is a very tough schedule this season as well.
That is, you just summed up you just answered the question.
So what's your feeling about it?
Well, pretty much what you just said. 2 years ago, they had the schedule that was set up. And when they did not execute that schedule, that was alarming. That was alarming because it was
what were you talking about?
Because you knew what was coming down the pipe. And if you weren't going to make hay when the sun's up, that storm was coming and you weren't going to be able to make it. And the storm is here. And they started last year a little bit, and now it's really ramped up. The landscape, even since he got hired, has changed. It started before that already, but it really has changed. You're going to have the haves and the have-nots. Is Wisconsin going to be in the have-nots? That's going to be a question that's going to be...
When there's 18 teams in a conference, there are a lot of have-nots now, isn't there?
That's the thing is. That's what I mean.
You have a pretty darn good football team, a really good football team, and be 10th?
Yeah. I mean, and what does a 10th record look like?
And
with Alabama on there,
right? And especially in a Big Ten conference now, that I really do. I can't stand their commissioner. I hate the way that they're throwing the weight around, but at the same time, that leads to these great expectations for everybody, and there's not a lot of wiggle room, I guess, for any of these coaches anymore. Any sport.
No,
I mean,
if
every time Greg Gard has a 2-game losing streak, people are talking about it, even though he's been and you were on his bandwagon from the very beginning. I'll give you credit there. But every time there's a 2-game losing streak for a guy that's been outstanding, he gets pressure. It's insane. It really is. It's insane.
And that's where we're at. I mean, now both situations were they had, Bo Ryan, Hall of Famer, Barry Alvarez, Hall of Famer. So they had
Brett
these
Bielema,
guys.
Hall of Famer.
I will say this. Your guy is looking pretty good this year. Your guy is looking pretty good. I will admit that.
And I know they are two different situations,
but you know what I mean. So it's different than if they were coming off of Don Morton going into this situation. I'm just and I actually think Don Morton was a good coach, but if they were coming off that era, I guess of and Steve Yoder.
Yeah, I remember Steve Yoder. Yeah, I liked Steve Yoder too.
But the thing is, the expectations were different.
Oh, it was you went to the NIT back and Steve Yoder give him a contract extension.
Yes,
now you get fired.
Now you get fired, and so if Wisconsin didn't have that, because I don't think you get it as much, even though they did fire that Minnesota coach in basketball, on the late night to coming back from whatever they're coming back. Yeah. So you still have those, but the expectation's different.
Yeah.
And the thing is, are they realistic nowadays? They got to look at those expectations different. Is 6-6?
Is Northwestern or Purdue or some of these other schools, they have to be realistic.
Well, Fitzgerald got himself fired because he did something
right. But otherwise he was in really good shape because they have their down years, but they have their up years. So it's like, correct, up and down. So
the expectations at every job is different.
Exactly.
And it should be it should be like that because it's not realistic. In the 18-team conference, you're going to have, that means there's going to be 17 teams that don't get first.
Yep.
The odds of winning a Big Ten title.
Well, that's why the Big Ten commissioner is trying to get 4 automatic berths for the Big Ten in the playoff, because then it's like, and then he would have these play-in games. So he's trying to make it where like the top 8 have playoffs in the Big Ten Conference. And I think he's actually doing that to help some of these schools say, okay, it makes a really good year a little bit a wider swath.
Correct.
So it'll be interesting though. We don't have time for the Brewers, but there's hopefully by the time we talk next week, they'll still haven't lost.
If they're 4-4, Chad,
I know
it's a good.
It is
when we get back. If they're 4-4, it's good.
Yeah, as long as even if they just win 2 out of 5, they're still in good shape
Mm-hmm.
in Chicago.
Correct.
Right. So it's
4-4.
Right.
That's what we want.
You're right.
Anything else is extra.
But that Chicago series is the one you don't want to lose 5 in a row. That's like
Yeah.
That would be a problem.
That would be a problem. All right. Well, we'll see you next week after Florence.
We'll have some fun, and I'm excited for the question here.
It's a Badger football question number.
Okay.
Because
Awesome.
Ian is 3 for 4 this week.
Yes.
Your number for the day is,
Okay.
what year was the last time the Wisconsin football program had back-to-back losing seasons? So it'll be the second in the back-to-back. Badgers had a losing record last year. They have not had a losing record in back-to-back seasons since what year? Your choices are
All right.
1993, 1997, 2001.
1993, 1997, 2001.
You know that one?
Just do the math.
Oh boy. I hate doing math in my head. Okay, I'm just gonna take a shot here.
93, 97, or 2001?
I'm gonna say final answer. I'm gonna say 1997.
What do you say?
1997 is final answer.
What do you say?
I would have phoned a friend and said 1993.
2001.
Oh,
Barry in 2000 and 2001 both went 5 and 7.
3 out of 5 is not bad.
Yeah.
Well, we both are on.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Happy Friday, everybody. Enjoy the weekend.